Well. Playing against Chicago in Chicago ain't an easy place to play in. But thank God the Leafs did it. The Leafs win 5-2 over the Chicago Blackhawks in regulation in Chicago. And for the first time since February, for the first time in nearly 22 years, for the first time since February 12th, 2003, the Leafs win in Chicago and they win in regulation. That's actually pretty good. Last time the Leafs won in Chicago, I was I wasn't even born. I mean, 2003 was the year I was born, but I wasn't born on February 12th. I was born the day after the Leafs won over the Chicago Blackhawks. And let me tell you something. I wasn't even a thing yet back in '03 when the Leafs played against Chicago back in February 2003. But I finally get a chance to see the Leafs take down the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago in regulation, and finally, I'm able to get a chance to see it in person on the television. Finally get a chance to see it in my lifetime. It's pretty good, man. So I can write this down in my resume. Leafs get a win on my birthday for the first time since 2016 against the Canucks, and I'll do it again as Leafs win over the Blackhawks, like I mentioned, in regulation. Anyways, Joseph Woll starts in net, and I'm pretty sure I don't remember the other name for the goaltender, but that might be a hard one. It's filling in for Mrazek, and you're playing against the Chicago Blackhawks, who got 5 former Leafs players: Tyler Bertuzzi, TJ Brody, Nick Foligno, Ilya Mikheyev, and, well, technically, Peter Mrazek ain't playing. We'll just leave it there. So it was just 4. So let's get this started. First period did not look like a good first period because even though we Leafs had some scoring chances, we just couldn't capitalize against the goaltender, the Chicago goaltender. And unfortunately, even in the dying minutes of the game, the Leafs get called on a penalty, and surely enough, it was a cross-check on Chris Tanev. In the dying minutes of the game, you can't do that. And of course, within dying seconds to go in the game, it was none other than Tino Väinö. I don't know his name. He actually scores, and the Blackhawks strike first in Chicago. Not a good way, because I'm feeling like, okay, this is bad luck, man. I don't feel like this is going to be good, because why would you take a penalty last minute? That doesn't seem fun. So what do we do instead? We take a stupid penalty and we let Tino Väinö score to put the Chicago Blackhawks in front. It's 1-0 Blackhawks. And we go into the first period with a 1-0 deficit. Not a good way, because the Blackhawks suck, dude. Like, I get you have Connor Bedard, who is a good rookie, by the way. He's a good player. But come on. This isn't the product we were expecting. We're down 1-0 to Chicago. This might be unacceptable for the first period. I mean, imagine losing to Chicago, losing to the Blackhawks. It would sting. But luckily, the Leafs were able to score 3 goals in that second period. We took that unacceptable first period and we converted it into a productive second period. As, oh yeah, it gets interesting. Nick Robertson ties the game up at 1 on the power play, and it's tied 1-1. And then on the face-off, Jake McCabe scores. The former Blackhawk, Jake McCabe, gives the Leafs the lead, and we're up 2-1. Okay, I like that. I like it a lot. And of course, again, feed from Max Domi within the dying seconds to go in the game to Nick Robertson, and it's 3-1 Leafs. Okay, I like it there. Okay, let's keep this momentum. Oh crap, Max Domi gets the ankle breaker. He didn't even see the puck, and of course, I don't know his other name, man. Philip Kershaw makes it a 1-goal game, and I'm like, coming in this first period, okay, we're down 1-0, and then of course we're gonna go take a 1-goal lead in the second period. just gave up a stinker in the second period. That was the only stinker I can think of. And the Leafs go in the game with a 1-goal lead. I swear to Christ, I swear to God, I've seen this story before when the Leafs played against the Chicago Blackhawks. The Leafs were up 3-1 until Jason Dickinson's hat trick came in, and the Blackhawks played hero, and they made the Leafs blow a 3-1 lead. That was back then. I was back in the 23-24 Leafs season. Back in Chicago. On Black Friday. And the Leafs end up losing to the Blackhawks. They get swept. And they lose 4-3 in overtime. I feel like, I swear to God, if that same crap happens, God help us. God help us all. But that wasn't the case. Because, again, look, I know Chicago had their chances, even on the shorthanded goal even with the shorthanded goal, which was an attempt by Chicago, but it didn't happen out there. Leafs had their chance on the power play, but it wasn't that great. Other than the 1 goal in the second. But then, Chris Tanev scores, and the Leafs regain a 4-2 lead. Thank God, now we have some answers here. Because I swear, with this team, man, every time when we're up a lead, the other team plays hero and makes us blow a lead. I thought, okay, we're up 3-2. If we blow this lead to the Blackhawks, there's going to be some huge consequences. And then, of course, we score. It's 4-2 Leafs. Okay, this is pretty good. And the diamonds of the game, yeah, there was a little bit of, shifty there and there. We tried to, score the empty net, but no avail. And then here comes the more hilarious part. Because Pontus Holmberg scores the empty netter. That's it. That's the icing on the cake. He scores the empty net goal. But hold on a minute. Hold your horses. The call had to be challenged by Chicago. And you know what they were doing? They had to check the goal for offside. And I'm like, oh my God, this is about to be real, man. Come on, man. It's literally 1 minute in the game. It's too late to do that. And I swear to Christ, that call was all over the place, man. There was one footage that was offside. Pontus Holmberg may have touched the puck when the puck was outside the outside Chicago zone or Toronto zone. I don't care. It was right there. There's one footage right there where the puck was out the line. But then you see another view where William Nylander's skate was this close. It's close on the line. And therefore there was no evidence that the goal was offside. So it took a lengthy time for the goal to be reviewed. And I'm like, I'm praying to God, if the refs call this a no-goal, I'm going to be screaming bad crap. No matter what happens, I would be screaming like an eagle, a bird. I'd be mad because if that goal would be called back for offside, I'd be screaming, "Are you kidding me? That's horrible. That's a good goal by Pontus Holmberg, and you're gonna call that offside?" However, the call on the ice stands. We have a good goal, and that's a good goal by Pontus Holmberg. That should put the icing on the cake. It's 5-2 Leafs, and the Blackhawk fans start booing the refs because the call was confirmed. It was onside, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I was thinking to myself, oh great, it was offside, but clearly it was onside. But then again, I'm literally confused because how do you manage to? You have that kind of call there? A call? It's confusing. I'll take it, but what the heck was that? What the heck was that? That's as close as it gets. I'm like, yo, dog, this is all. It's going to be offside. The ref's going to call this back. Yo, dog, it's onside. Good goal. It's giving me deja vu all over again with last year's Chicago game, because you know what happened. You know what happened? You know what happened? Leafs lost 4-1 to the Blackhawks on home ice last season. It was, of course, empty net, no offside. 3-2, offside. And then empty net, there you go for Chicago. It's 4-1. This one's even close because if I thought, okay, that goal counts. It was onside, and that's that. Similar, it's like the Matthew Nyes goal again. Holy smokes. The Matthew Nyes goal. Being a high stick, and it was a good goal. I'm like, go dog. The refereeing has just been more of a confusion than anything in the planet. I mean, not gonna lie. They got us there. But we were able to get the goal. And Blackhawk fans were booing. Giving their displeasure to the refs that it was not offside. That was offside, no goal. Cry about it, Chicago. Cry about it, man. It's not offside. They showed you the replay, and therefore the goal stands. And they just want to make a song and dance about it. Wow, man. Just wow. And thus, we sweep the weekend, and that's how you start a 4-game road trip. It was none other than the Chicago Blackhawks, whom at this point sucked. They got walloped by the Columbus Blue Jackets on Saturday. I don't know what to say there. I mean, the Blackhawks are not that good. I understand. You got Connor Bedard. I understand that. But you have guys like Tyler Bertuzzi, Taylor Hall, Nick Foligno. What about TJ Brody and Peter Mrazek? You get those guys. But those guys ain't doing a damn thing. TJ Brody, I barely know you. Nick Foligno, I barely know you. Ilya Mikheyev, you may be a good guy then, back when you were a Leaf, but I barely know you. Peter Mrazek, you weren't playing, but I barely know you. I understand you were injury prone, but come on, man, seriously? And Tyler Bertuzzi, I know you. I can't believe you just got taken away by the Blackhawks like it's stealing candy from a baby back in the 2024 offseason. But hey, it's a business. What do you expect? Well, hey, we'll take this win. 2 straight dubs for the Leafs after the 4 Nations break, and we're feeling pretty good about it. The next game for the Leafs, they go to Boston Tuesday night. They play against the Boston Bruins at the TD Garden, where the last time Leafs played against the Bruins at TD Garden was back in October, and we lost 4-3 in overtime to the Bruins by Brad Marchand. And I know there was a similar game when Canada was facing off with the United States of America back on Thursday in a must-win in a gold medal game, and Canada won the gold medal, and it was pretty good. See Canada win that gold medal at the place we call as hell TD Garden. But it's actually pretty fun. Really good to see that. So I'm hoping we can build off this win and make it 3 straight wins for the Leafs as they take on the Bruins in Boston at TD Garden. That's all I'm going to say here, boys. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, that's it. Let's go, Leafs. Yeah!